day of Sunday, what you do after staying half a day at house? Let's see some classical cars. So right at the beginning you have some costumes. For example, here for the competitors it means like Mavropoulos Dimitris. I'm not sure, Dimis, not Dimitris. I'm not sure exactly where he was competing, but he have his dress here, and as well some small things related, like like with the cars, yachts, and the the start collection. It's amazing. Like I think this is the Audi 80 Quattro, supposedly coupe. A lot of things related to the story, to the books, things, even the Formula One. If you remember the ones that was like when I was kid and was watching Formula One, this is basically from that period of time when Michael Schumacher was the best. For the next part, again, a lot of old things, including from the cars, and as well as some small collection, actually a big collection of different cars from different ages. We saw this at least when we were in to Verona, the car museum from there is the same. You have as well from 1965, it looks like this one, the old one, like bicycle, in the same time motorcycle, small motorcycle, two cycle, how it's called, let me know. As well the Vespa. Here is the, how I call it, from the Rolls Royce, the Spirit of Ecstasy. Yeah. Inside, apart from the car, we go there right in a second. Let's get inside with the movie. They have an area for the movie where you can check how everything started. Basically, this is somehow like an evolution of the cars. Nice idea. But it's a little bit hot. X5, the Mazda Miata, the small Roadster that is lovable by everyone. Yay. What does it mean, Torino? The Seb was from underbash steering wheel area with ignition on. Okay. That's a cool looking car. Looks like I think it's Japanese, because you have the funos, not usual for UK cars. Matra Rancha is a leisure activity vehicle that was created by the French engineering group Matra. Looks nice, like really enjoy your, but nice in the front, in the back I'm not sure. It's very, nah. Right in front they have a very big Cadillac. Let's measure, for example, how long is it. I have around 85 centimeters per foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I suppose around 4 meters, 80 centimeters. It's kind of big, but at the same time, it's so beautiful. Just let me know and tell me that it's not beautiful. Oh my gosh, the finishes are amazing. The old cars, they have such an appeal compared with the new one, especially for the Humber, and it's very same looking as the Spirit of Ecstasy from the Rolls Royce. And this is Ford Boford, kind of Ford Boford. I'm not sure if it's okay, but it looks such an amazing, it's very amazing. Like, I'm not sure, are these all functional? It should be functional, taking air or outside or inside, not exactly recall. This one, not 100% real. Definitely, if you know, in Japan, there's like a Mioka manufacturer that take normal cars and put a body of the old cars, for example, like this, for manufacturers to look the same. But this is the real deal. Very nice. Rolls-Royce Silver Sport that is used, or it was used very often at the weddings at the beginning. The Spirit of Ecstasy, the amazing thing. Austin. Initially I was saying that Ford Boford, but no, Boford, it was a separate British car manufacturer that was making this type of the Grand Tour coupe like cars. That looks very nice. In nowadays they would look like very good, definitely. By example, in Japan there's a car manufacturer Mitsubishi that do take normal cars and put or create look-alike bodies like this. But here you see the originals, how it should be looking. It's amazing, very nice, good looking car. Audi 100 LS that was introduced in 1970, and what's amazing, because you have the hood open for that time. For these cars, like you see, such a small engine in such a like big space. If you compare with the modern one, it definitely don't have such a free space here that could be used. It'll be far more compact. Another example of an old car that have so much space that was not used at all. It was just like, you know, a lot of space that you can use it for something else. I'm not sure exactly what was used here and for what, but if to compare with the new car, that's definitely a big difference. Here's the car that I saw it only in the videos where somebody was talking about that. It's Aston Martin Signet. Is the Aston Martin try to make smart from their cars and to sell it for bigger audience. Unfortunately, they failed because this was exactly the same car as Smart. It was just by the same manufacturer, but in the end, it was too expensive to be produced, and they didn't find the right people to buy it. But even if they failed, if you see inside, the quality should be amazing and the seats should be far more comfortable. You know what? And you can fit up to 4 people. It's like it's a smart size car, maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit, but you can fit 4 people. In the back, you have really another 2 seats. Wow. MG GT British Layland. Gosh, that's a beautiful car. From the times when MG was manufacturing cars for speeds. And here you have the Citroen DS Sahara. It's a little bit different from the just DS, I believe so, but you'll correct me about that. I think the normal one doesn't have this amount of boot. Like this is like fourth of the car. Imagine that. Here, plenty of space for the back seat passengers. I'm not here as well. Yeah, basically you can stop it here. Only the front passengers had this strains. But in the rest, this is such a big car, very long car. And here you have the Citroen 2CV. This is the car that made basically all the France start driving. And this is the car that basically made Jeremy Clarkson receive his job initially at the Top Gear. For around 20 minutes, he was saying how bad this car is. Even if the manufacturer was saying that you could put a bunch of eggs right, let's say, in front on the seat, drive through a field, and no egg will be broken, because the French suspension at that time, it's totally different. This one is Reliant Robin. This was basically UK car manufacturer that tried to bring a novelty in the way how people are buying cars, and to make them more cheaper, more affordable, let's say to reinvent the wheel, which they did. In the end, instead of having 4 wheels, they left only 2 in the back, 1 in the front. And you can check, there's a Top Gear series with the guys driving this car. Even Jeremy Clarkson, he basically crashed one of these cars, because these cars are not safe at all, even if they look cute. Do you agree about that? Volkswagen Golf, the Cabrio. Here's the Volkswagen Scirocco. Initially, because I'm coming from a country of the post-Soviet Union, I wanted to say that this is definitely a Lada, but no. This is the Fiat. This is the original car that basically was used by the basically stolen by the Soviet Union, and basically from this they started making their own Zhiguli, Lada, and other things. Actually, they stole a lot of things, but this is basically the beginning. but even now it looks good. My grandfather, he have Zhiguli from 72. It's very similar looking to this, and until now, that's an amazing car. And as well, they have the Toyota Supra here. I suppose this is exactly version 80 that was used in Fast and Furious cars movies, that indeed inspired a lot of car enthusiasts basically to buy this car and to worship it like a god. But it looks nice. What is amazing about the Rolls-Royce that they got, let's say, into making one of the best cars when it comes to the silent comfort, basically for your highness to feel amazing. If you see here, it's a long way car. In the back there's a lot of room, and I'm amazed about the quality of the leather, etc. Here I'm not even saying, everything looks so high posh. And there it's Fiat Panda 4x4. In order to understand about what is this car all about, check Grand Tour, the edition when they went for Colombia, if I'm not mistaken. So James May, he took this car as a 4x4 runner for that road. It was such an amazing car. Yes, it is not safe at all. Like in case of accident, you die. But in general, that's an amazing car. One of the fire engines type. This is the Dennis F8 fire engine. Such a crumble place for a bus. But I guess at that time it was okay. Volkswagen, I think T2. Yes, it's type 2. It made from an ambulance. And this is the Belfort bus, or the two decks bus that we all know for the UK. Basically, it's wow. How can you feel like you're driving like that? You're going, and you said like, no, let's go up. Let's see what is there. And whoop whoop. And we start driving somewhere, going. Really, that's amazing. And here you have a small area that, apart from cars, you have a lot of things like tractors or things that are used for the working on the road. More, I think it's more related to the farming, because I think you're not making the road with this help, with these things, but maybe I'm mistaken, so let me know about that. What comes to the other machines, you have this one that are used for the leveling the road, this big thick second one, the third one, and tractor there. Until now, it's a nice place to visit, but let's see what there's on the second part. And this is the Citroen SM. It's the car that has a Maserati engine inside here. But if you want to know more about that, I recommend to watch the Grand Tour special with the French cars. That, I think it's in the season 4. You'll better understand why I'm saying that. And this is the Fiat Coupe that was made Abarth, was designed by the Pininfarina, one of the legendary designers of the cars. Another car that the manufacturer had a very good idea, but in the end it failed miserably. Right, the same as Aston Martin, as the smart version from the Porsche one, is this one, the smart Roadster from the Bravos. Basically, amazing car. It looks amazing. Even now, it looks futuristic, but it failed miserably because you don't need such a car. It's enough for a smart car. Why you need this, I don't know. But still, it does look right. It does look good. Do you agree with me? There you have the Beetle Buggy. It appeared in around 60, end of 60s, 70s. It was invented by a guy that as well appeared in the Grand Tour specials when I think they went to Namibia. So check it. It was brought by the James May. It's an amazing car. It looks good. Even now it looks futuristic. And next to it there's another car. I think that it was used, I'm not sure, but who won? They tried but it doesn't look so good as to expect with that one. There's a range of different Mercedes for different ages. A special place for Mercedes fans. In Cyprus they do like a lot the Mercedes. And as well, apart from cars, here you have the Daimler Ferret. It's a Reconnaissance car that was used by the British military. It is armed with different things, like for example, the 7.62 millimeter turret, or as well the machine gun with 30 millimeters. Is not made exactly to go in combat against tanks and other things, but as a light reconnaissance vehicle, it was really good used. Example of the taxi car. It's kind of big. Here was the taxi driver, and here actually you had plenty of space even to play, I don't know, rugby or something like that. Really enough space. And this is a solar car that was made here in Cyprus by the Pascal English School, as well with the Bioland Energy, a lot of companies basically who helped it to develop, but it's look amazing, like, and they put it here. It's a very nice, let's say, start of the idea that maybe electrical cars one day will be even let's say, how you call it, a self-charge from the sun. BMW Iseta. Gosh, that's a small car. That's like literally for two person, like 1, 2, and the car is finished. You just go around, and it has a sunroof, amazing. But the only thing it was, in order to get inside, you need to open it from here. You open it like that, you get inside. The steering wheel will come back as well. The main question will be that this car doesn't have, I call it reverse gear. So it means if you are going straight or next to a wall, you'll not be able to go out from the car. And this one is the most practical first car ever produced or created. It was manufactured by the Mercedes-Benz, and even if it was primitive, had a 4-stroke engine, it was powered by fuel, ignited by electricity, and it was really the first practical car in that way of saying that could be used by everyone who had the money, of course, buying it. But even now, it looks really, really good. Audi UR Quattro. Gosh, that's an amazing car. So the video finished some time ago. What do you think? Do you like it? In case yes, put the like button and subscribe because new videos are coming.